Hi friends, welcome back. I'm wearing a Christmas shirt even though it's spooky season, but still. So, I'm gonna paint not the witch scene that I said I was gonna paint last video, but probably like a pumpkin or something with like a cat. I don't know. I have some inspiration, and honestly I think I'm a little behind this morning because I didn't really look on Pinterest last night like how I usually do. Let's find some inspo. Wow. Maybe something like this. I don't know. I want to do something I really want to do, not just like to force myself to paint something just to paint. I really want to do like a begonia painting. And I'm going to do a quick show of something. Just because I don't want to show everything in my notebook just because I know I'm going to do a sketchbook tour at some point because I'm almost done with this notebook. But I'll show you I'll show you the first take. I feel like I've already shown it before. Maybe I have. Anyways, I'm going to cover this one because this is the good one. I want you guys to see. But this is take one, but it's that idea. Okay, wait, I didn't show you one. Okay. So I want to do something along those lines, but I'm still getting eaten by mosquitoes, if you're wondering. I have one right here, which is a really annoying place. One right here, which is a really annoying place. The one on my forehead's gone. And then I have like 50 on each ankle. So, okay, I'm gonna paint, and then at some point I'm gonna try and do a vlog this week because I have a bunch of footage of going to a pumpkin patch, like a mini one down by my house, going on a walk with my mom, and La Jolla Art and Wine Festival. Also, good news, I have two of my pieces, not hanging, but they're displayed at the Cave stores. So if y'all want an original piece and you're in La Jolla and you want something I made and it's a canvas painting, go to the Cave store. There's two there. I hope maybe one will get sold today and another, I only have two up there. So I have like a 14 by 11 inch one and then a 8 by 8 inch one, and they're acrylic on canvas, and they're really cute. I'll say this. No, I'll save it for the voiceover or something. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna ice my hand, and then I'm gonna paint. Wish me luck. I don't chop them off. Okay, bye.
Hi, friends. How's it going? I don't know what I was gonna say, but hi. Welcome back to... Oh, I have the hiccups. If that bothers you, it bothers me. I don't like it right now. But, so I thought last video, I was like, oh, near the end, I'd tell you the story that I listened to. And you can find the full story by the actual person it happened to on the YouTube channel, My Paranormal Experience. And it's the one with, like, the devil with the fire background saying, and the caption's like, I will take your soul. Okay, so that's the one I listen. Oh my god, these hiccups. Give me one sec, okay? Okay, hopefully they went away. If not, then that's that. So I'm gonna tell the story just because I thought, okay, yep, they're still here. I thought it was super interesting, and I didn't I'm only doing the first part, and then probably next video I'll do the second part. If you don't like, I mean, I'm not a very scary narrator, so I hope you don't get scared, if you do, this is a trigger warning for demons and not possession, but like summoning demons, I guess. If you don't like, God, I have the worst hiccups. Help me. Okay, so first it starts out, okay, these names, I made up the names, kind of. One of them, the guy used in the video, but he said his name and I could not tell what he said, so his name's Dan. So Dan was hired in 1989 to work in, I think it was North Yonkers, which is in New York, as a postal carrier. He would learn different routes, you know, if someone called in sick, so he'd be able to cover for them. And he was called on this one route one day, and he thought it was kind of odd because the building on the left-hand side should have been odd, but it was even. And he was like, okay, this is kind of funky. So he goes back to the post office and he asked about it. And everyone was like, yeah, it's kind of weird, whatever. The next day, Dan is with another postal carrier. His name's Paul, and he's learning another route with Paul. And Paul started telling Dan about his friend Joe. Okay, and to be honest with you, when this guy was talking and he was throwing all these names out there, I was like, why are you doing this to me, sir? There's so many names, and I feel like a lot of them aren't that important. But anyways, so Paul is telling Dan about another man named Joe, okay? And Joe had a route in North Yonkers. Okay, it is North Yonkers. And North Yonkers was notorious for devil worshipping. So anyways, Joe is doing his route one Halloween, and he went into one of the buildings to deliver the mail and went into the bathroom downstairs. And that night, while he was in the bathroom, he started to smell smoke, and he opened the door to leave because he was done using the bathroom. And there's 6 tall figures all dressed in cloaks and hoods. You can't see their faces. And they're standing over a burning pentagram on the ground. And there's all this black smoke around them. But then all of a sudden, some gray smoke started to appear. And a demon came out and saw Paul standing at the bathroom door and rushed at him and was like, I will take your soul. Because Joe saw it, and then Joe's like, oh my god, what the hell just happened? And then leaves, and he's really freaked out, and gets back to the postal office, and he goes, I'm never going to that place again. That building's the devil. And this building is the Son of Sam building. If y'all don't know David Berkowitz, I'll do a video on him. But so essentially, David Berkowitz was a postal carrier as well. He killed a bunch of people because a German Shepherd told him to. So Joe was so disturbed, he took a leave of absence, and after his life started to fall apart, his wife divorced him. He lost his wife, kicked him out of the house, blah blah blah, just everything. And so Paul took Joe in during his tough time because he cared for him, and Joe, eventually his life started to kind of come back together. He got a new route and everything started to turn around again. His wife was talking to him. They were thinking about getting back together. And Dan, all the meanwhile, is kind of wary of the story. So he asks, okay, and here comes another name. This is, anyways. So Dan is like, I don't know about this story, man. This seems a little funky. So he asks his cousin Jerry, who actually works at the post office with Joe, and is asking him to corroborate the story Paul is telling him. And then so he's telling him the story and whatever. And at some point on Joe's route, he encounters a black cat, and it keeps attacking him. And behind this house is like a little grassy knoll area, and it's actually a really nice street. So this whole time, this place he's delivering to is like a very nice route. Like, it's a very sought after route. And so he's like, okay, this cat keeps attacking me. I'm not gonna deliver there anymore. And he said, I used the dog spray, nothing worked. So stopped delivering to the house. And then also he was saying that the cat started talking to him telepathically, and the cat said, by the end of the summer, the devil will take your soul. So he's like, yep, never mind, we're never gonna deliver there again. That's that. I'm good. So he stops delivering the mail, and he's holding it, you know, in a box under his desk, whatnot. And so and then one day the residents call the post office, and they're like, why aren't we getting our mail? What the heck? And so the supervisor tells them about the cat, because the supervisor was like, hey man, why aren't you delivering? And he's like, there's a cat that keeps attacking me. I'm not gonna deliver there anymore. I'm fed up with it. And he's not gonna tell them, yeah, the cat's been talking to me. He's not gonna say that. He doesn't want to come off as crazy. So that all happens, and that day, you know, Joe never came back to the station at the end of the day, and the boss is like, man, I can't leave until this guy comes back with the mail truck. So he asked some guy to go find him. I think his name was John, but I'm not going to I just added another name. Pretend I didn't say that. So this guy goes out, and he's been told to go look for Joe, and he ends up at that house with the black cat. And he's up behind the house with the grassy knoll. He sees Joe's found hanging from his mailbag in a tree, very high up in the tree. And the police come and get out his body, and the firefighters had to come and use their ladder because it was too tall to get him out. And so, you know, Dan's like, what? I don't know about all this. So, you know, he asked his cousin Jerry, who's, you know, who worked with Joe at the same post office, and goes, yeah, this all happened, unfortunately. And so, you know, Dan's like, oh crap, you're right. This is real. And so now, this is a little later now. So Dan is offered the same route, which includes the Son of Sam building. Ooh. And the boss doesn't know that Dan knows all this that's happened, and he tells Dan, he goes, I don't want you to ever go into the bathroom downstairs. You know, if you ever need to, I'd rather you come back all the way back to the post office and use the restroom here. That's how it needs to be, okay? It doesn't matter if it takes longer, it's fine. I'll write it off. Please just don't use that bathroom. And so this guy, Dan's been delivering there for a good while now, and he's gotten to know all the people. And he's like, okay, everyone's very good to me and very kind. You know, they offer him food if he's ever delivering near their pool deck or something, and they're having a party or whatever. And he's, you know, and he gets to know the doorman. But one Halloween, he's unloaded all of his mail, and he has to use the bathroom. And he's like, do I go back to the he's like, I don't want to have to load all my bags up again with all the mail and then come back and do it again. So he just decides, I'm going to use the bathroom downstairs, which he was told not to use. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back. So before he uses the restroom, he knows that this was the David Berkowitz building. And so he was like, hey, to the supervisor, can I look at David's apartment? And the guy goes, yeah, I'll take you up there. I ain't gonna go with you though. I'm gonna stay near the elevator. And he was like, okay, that's pretty weird. But so they're up on the elevator, they're starting to go up the floors, and they get to the third floor, and he says it feels like pure evil. Like it's like the devil's just lingering there. And he's thinking, how can people live up here if it just feels so awful? And so then he leaves. He's like, oh, thank you for letting me see the you know, really popular, sought after room that the David Berkowitz was in, you know. And a lot of people, they're into that kind of thing, so they'd want to go see it. And so whatever. And then Halloween comes up, and he needs to use the restroom, so he ends up using the restroom downstairs, and the same thing happens. Okay, so he's down there, and he sees the 6 tall figures with the burning pentagram on the floor, but he quickly closes the door very quietly and just sits there. And I'm gonna just assume, you know, the same thing. They were summoning the demon or a devil, whatever. And he never hears the people leave, but eventually they left, conjuring after conjuring, whatever it was. And then Dan is down on the floor of the bathroom next to the door for like an hour and a half. He's all freaked out, and he's like, I don't know what to do. He doesn't hear them leave, so he's assuming, you know, they're still there, and he doesn't want the same thing to happen to him. And then finally the supervisor and the doorman come, and they're all, oh, what's going on, buddy? Are you stuck? Let me get you out. And he goes, no, I'm not stuck. The door is fine. This just happened though. And they're all, no, that didn't happen. That's a bunch of hooey. And he's all, oh, okay, let me show you then. And he drags him over to the middle of the garage, because this is where it's all happening, is the garage, and there's a bathroom down there. And he goes, look, on the floor, and there's black soot, and then up on the ceiling there's black soot. And they go, oh my God, you're like, he's not lying to us. Something did happen, and I gotta clean this all up. And then that's where I'm gonna leave it till next week. So, yeah, I think this is a pretty gnarly story. And I used to always be so scared when I was a kid. When I would be the kind of kid that's like, someone would be like, what are you afraid of? And I'm like, I can't even say it because it'll happen, and I can't. And I was just scared of demons, and I still am. But okay, and you know what's really crappy is the fact that I just said it out loud. And anyways, if you believe in them or not, you tell me. I think I'm sure there are some out there. I don't know. Honestly, I'm more into like aliens and stuff, and those I believe are there, and now we know they are. Now that the government and military's come out and said there are. But yeah, so so I'll finish the rest of the story next Wednesday. I probably could have finished it, but I don't know. I kind of like leaving you guys with a little food for thought and to wonder what happens next. But if you can't wait, go to My Paranormal Experience on YouTube. And I actually really like that channel just because it's the person who actually experienced whatever it is telling their story, and there's usually no ads, which I find a lot of the people I follow on YouTube at night when I go to bed and I'll put on a YouTube video, they get ads, and I'm like, I don't want to have to come out of my almost sleep to skip the ads, so I really appreciate that this one doesn't get ads yet. And I'm only saying this because it is a lesser known channel, so do support them. But yeah, so Halloween's coming up. I think I'm gonna be a fairy. I don't know though. I don't know. I need to get some wings. And I can hear my cat meowing at my door. I have to get rid of her on Sunday. I don't want to. But at least she'll be at my parents' house, so there's that. Anyways, painting wise, I struggled a little bit with this one. I wasn't the happiest with it. In the end, I painted it, so that's cool, right? I did it. Yay me. So, I still have yet to do the witch cat one. Like a witch and a cat painting. I think I'm gonna start thinking about it, because I want to make the witch have like a lot of like patterns in her outfit and stuff, and I just want to make it look really cute. So anyways, I'm gonna leave you all to a minute of no sound. It's up to you. It's up to you to fill your ears with sound now, because I say goodbye. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified. If all goes well, next week, Wednesday, will be upload days. Wednesday's child's full of oil. Okay, bye.